sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go with Barber. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Now a give, running right, Barber. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Watson going to try and run it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barber. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to throw, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Barber. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 4th down, Watson. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll drop to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. He juked it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 17-0 our score after 1. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the lead will stay put at 17.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Let's go. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Back to throw now on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people.
Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Watson off play action. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Barber on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now it's Watson. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go now. Rock on, lady.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 2nd down, Barber. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run with Barber here, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run the draw with Barber. Trucks over him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Once again, it's Barber. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running with Barber out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Barber is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Michel running up the gut, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Michel. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, Funk. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh! 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Funk. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 102 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a give, running right, Barber. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they will take a knee here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Cleveland,
they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for L.A.,
this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around.